Hey Pisces, it's Lisa, and here is your June 2023 general reading. This is just a general reading. If you would like a personal reading with me, all my information is below in the description box. I am holding another contest this month because I'm loving doing them. If you subscribe to my channel and leave a comment, I'll enter you in a draw to win a reading with me. If you have already subscribed, no problem, leave a comment and I'll enter you in as well. And I'll be picking the winner at the end of June. I am also holding a bonus contest this month. If you would like to win my 2 books, A Survival Guide for Those Who Have Psychic Abilities and Don't Know What to Do with Them, and Ghost Stories, A Medium's Interaction with the Afterlife, all you have to do is like and share one of the videos, tag me in the post, and I'll enter you in the draw. And I will be picking that winner at the end of the month as well. Okay, so let's see what's in store for Pisces for June 2023. The overall message for Pisces is just moving forward, moving towards success. The challenge you have this month is the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is all about you're done being the person that you were, you've grown, you've evolved, you've leveled up. So sometimes there is an adjustment when that happens. So they're saying that that's going to be a challenge. So that will be interesting to get some clarity on. The card of what you don't see coming in June, Aries, is stress and worry. Okay. And that can just be as well, because this is general, it's kind of hard to pinpoint, but it can just be lots of sleepless nights, tons of ideas going on in your head, lots of thought. So it's learning to kind of, have a notepad beside your bed when because we know how it is. We can't think straight half the time during the day. And then as soon as we lie down, it just starts flowing like crazy. So it's about having a notepad, writing it down, or your phone, and record it. And then you can sleep, because sleep is just as important as working hard. And then where you need to focus this month is setting some goals and having resolute action. Okay, Pisces. So let's get some clarity here. So the Page of Pentacles is all about just keep moving forward, doing what you're doing. You're moving towards success. And it's funny because the feeling I get with this is very much like, you've been doing stuff, you've earned some success, you're moving in the direction you want to move in. But there's this kind of feeling of like with success, it's kind of like, oh my God, I don't know if I like the not really responsibility, but kind of like, it's that little hiccup of going, oh my God, it's happening. That's what it feels like. Okay, so let's see, get some clarity on this. The Five of Wands, all about is conflict and drama. Just don't get pulled into the conflict. Don't get pulled into drama. Just keep moving forward. If there's people saying stuff or pulling at you, it's just like, you don't have time for that. And, in the world we live in today, everybody has a comment or an opinion. It's just about focusing on what you need to do and just keep moving forward. Stay neutral. I always say like the Five of Wands is like, just be Switzerland, just stay neutral, let the conflicts happen around you. You can, listen to friends that have some stuff going on, but just don't get pulled into it. Make sure you have boundaries with people. If you're an empath, it's just, it just feels like you have stuff to do and you need to focus and get it done. The Page of Cups is all about you just doing what you need to do. Again, very much like the Page of Pentacles. You're moving towards success, but the difference between the Cups and the Pentacles is you're doing the work, you're moving forward towards your success, but the universe with the Page of Cups is helping you. It's always helping us anyways, but this is about you do your part and they will provide you with exactly what you need, the right person, the right information. They'll close a door that's not right and they'll open another door. So they will help you along the way, but you need to do your part as well. The Wheel of Fortune is all about just moving forward, continuing to move forward. You're on the right path. When this card shows up, it's like you're on the right path. Just keep moving forward. You're moving towards getting everything that you want. There's a sense of patience as well that comes with this card right now. And then the Queen of Pentacles is not stressing and worrying about success. or whatever makes you secure in the material world. So if you're holding on too tight to something because you're like, oh, I can't lose this, or I won't feel secure, even though it might not be right. And the same thing is if you're worrying about not having enough of something, you block it from coming in. So it's about learning to create a flow, just allowing it to flow. And the path of least resistance, and things will just flow into your life. Think about the infinity sign. The universe will give you exactly what you need. It may not be exactly what you want. You may want $1 million, but you might get 500,000, right? So it's like, just know that the universe is going to take care of you. Don't stop. If you stress and worry about whether it's money or whether it's people or opportunity, you actually block what you want to come in. So you need to stop stressing and worrying about it and keep moving forward. Okay, so the challenge you have is that you're growing and evolving, and that you're not the same person that you were when you started this journey that you're on. We're always growing, we're always evolving. We always get to this point where we're like, yep, had enough. It can be you're done treating yourself a certain way, you're done allowing others to treat you a certain way, or you're just done in a certain thing and you're moving on because you just don't fit in. It can be relationships where it's like, a lot of relationships have expiry dates. And it's like, okay, this is done. It doesn't need to be a big fight. It doesn't need to be anything. It's just like, I'm done with this. And they're done. We're just on separate paths now, and we're moving in a new direction. So it's just about kind of realizing that. That's what it feels like, realizing that you've grown and evolved. Because when we're doing us and we're doing our own thing, just being us, we don't realize sometimes how much we've grown. So many of my clients will say, oh, I don't think I've come a long way. And then I'm looking at them from knowing them for a couple of years and going, oh my God, you were like a completely different person when I first met you. And now look at you, you're amazing. Not that they weren't amazing before, but they had a struggle. And then they learned to be the best version of themselves in whatever area of their life it was. And they've just grown and evolved, and they don't realize how much they have. So this is just understanding that you have grown and evolved, and you're not the same person that you were. And that sometimes is surprising. So I can see why it's a challenge. They're saying that this evolution, this growth is bringing an opportunity in when you least expect it. So just pay attention and just own it as well. Because there's almost a sense of like, you're like, well, I don't know why they're bringing me this opportunity. The Three of Wands is stop looking back. You're not the same person you were. You can't go backwards to fix things. You can't go back to the good old days. Just, you're in the now, be present in the now, and do what you need to do right now. Any lessons that you learned as you went through stuff in the past, you have inside of you. You don't need to look backwards to have that. You have everything in the now. So just stay in the now and focus on what you need to do. The Nine of Swords is stressing and worrying. There is a sense with this evolution of stress and worry where it's kind of like, losing people, like the expiry date thing, all of that kind of stuff. So you have the stress and worry card twice, right? It does feel like there's this sense of where you have grown and evolved, and it kind of causes you some stress because you're like, what the frick? People may be putting demands on you. People maybe have expectations of you because they're like, wow, you're like that now. And you're like, no, I'm not, I'm still me, right? And it's like, you don't realize that you've come or like are an expert in a certain area, or there almost is this sense of imposter syndrome about it. That's what it feels like, exactly. So it's just kind of working through that and understand that you are, you have grown, you've learned, you are this person, you deserve it. You need to get rid of that's the perfect word, imposter syndrome, that's all over it. And then they're saying you're going to be victorious at getting rid of it. It's just this little like moment, and you just need to keep moving through it. And that's the key, is just keep moving through it and shaking it off. So what you don't see coming is this stress and worry. And it does really, really, the best way I can put it is it feels like imposter syndrome, because you're just kind of like, I'm just me. Like I'm not that, right? And it just really feels like it takes you by surprise. And then you're like, well, can I be that? People are looking at me like that, but can I be that? And it's like not wanting to disappoint people, having tons of ideas about how to carry it on. There's just a lot of going on inside your head. So let's see how we can work through this. The Five of Swords is about getting a new perspective, right? So not only does this give you a new perspective, but it's also about taking a step back, taking a deep breath, getting a new perspective, and then moving forward. Yeah. They're saying that all the heartache that you've gone through in your life has brought you to this place. And instead of looking at it as being an imposter or, being stuck in the heartache, they're telling you to look at it as an opportunity that created this new beginning for you. And looking at it that way, they say it's about being an expert in you. And although you don't think you're an expert, you are further ahead in steps than other people are, and that you can guide and help and be an inspiration to people just by being you, even though you feel like you're an imposter. It's fine. Wow. And then they're saying that it does lead to the sun, happiness, joy, and fulfillment. It's funny how one can flip to the other. And then it's saying that everything happens for a reason, when it's supposed to happen and how it's supposed to happen. So there's, even going through this you're learning a very valuable lesson that you can then move forward with and share with other people. So it's really an interesting process. So they're almost saying embrace it, know that you're not an imposter, and that the stress and worry that's around you will pass. And it's just this blip in a moment. And the overthinking, just find ways to kind of, have a notepad and stuff beside you. And it's going to get you to bigger and better things. It just feels like a blip in time. That's really what it feels like. Okay, so what they want you to focus on this month is having some goals, setting some goals and moving towards them and making them happen. And it's not about rushing to make them happen. It's just, I'm going to accomplish this one way or another. Could be 2 years, take you 2 years to do it, but you are going to do it. Wow, you get the world. So it's by setting these goals, you're moving towards getting everything that you want. So you might be focusing on one thing, but it brings in everything into your life. You're earning success as you go along. You have to remember that some people they have to tangibly go through things in order to learn. They can't just read about it in a book or hear about it and go, oh yeah, I know what that feels like. There's reasons why we go through things, and we gather the information as we go through them, so that way we can enhance our life with them or enhance other people's lives with the knowledge and the information. The shadow side is the devil in other decks, which is all about, kicking that devil off your shoulder, not listening to fear and doubt that holds you back. This stuff, the imposter syndrome, the imposter syndrome comes from the devil that tells you, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not all that in a bag of chips, right? You suck. So it's about kicking that shadow side off your shoulder and moving forward and not letting it stop you. Fear, doubt, lack of self-worth, you are worthy. And then the magician is that you have all the tools you need to succeed. You just need to keep moving forward, push through, and you are moving towards your successes. And this blip, you just need to kick it off your shoulder and keep moving forward. You are amazing. Okay. Thank you so much, Pisces, for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could like and share, it really helps me grow my channel and helps me keep doing these. And added bonus, if you share and tag me, you get to be entered in to win a contest for my books. Have a great month, and I will see you in the weeklies.
Take the path of least resistance. Go with the flow.